What's happening, my friends, today? It is a Tuesday. I have made a few videos in the past couple weeks, but I really haven't uploaded anything. Nothing's really coming to mind. I mean, I've talked about some things, but I just was like, you know what, that's a little too personal. Maybe I shouldn't upload that. Looking back on it now, perhaps I should, But it has been fun. We have been working. I've been getting adjusted to a bit of a newer schedule now. Now that my work has slightly changed a little bit on my scheduling. And also I have my significant other is back from being out of town, so that has slightly changed the schedule. But don't let that deter me from uploading my uplifting messages on the interwebs to help my friends in need. No, I'm just kidding. We're just chit-chatting, having fun. I was going to do the live feature, but you have to have 50 subscribers to do mobile live streaming. Boo! Which is kind of trash, in my opinion, because I have gotten on the mobile live streaming and, just clicked through 100 times and just seen 100 different people live streaming on mobile live streaming on YouTube, and eesh, brutal. I mean, it's just a bunch of garbage, really. Not that I'm any better, but at least we can have some interesting conversations as opposed to most of the crap that goes on there. Mostly it's just like AI generated stuff and people just sitting there playing a video game but not even really talking while they're playing a video game, Like, I've enjoyed video games in the past. I mean, I could see, if somebody's like, talking while they're playing the game, and they're interesting and they're engaging, I'll watch you, but if you're literally just stone cold quiet, just sitting there playing some video game, bruh, you're not really that entertaining to me, I want to make me feel like, if I'm not able to play video games at that moment, make me feel like I'm, we're playing the game together, we're having fun, I mean, a little camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? And then you have like a lot of tarot card readers. That was weird. I've never really gotten on YouTube lives before, but especially on the mobile live streams, people that are live streaming from their mobile device, their phone. Wow, there's a lot of tarot card readers. That is, I mean, good on you, but I really never thought that there would be that much interest in that. It seems such a niche thing to do, to be into, reading, those cards and, kind of feel good messages, that come from that. Talking about energies and auras, A lot of tarot card readers. So if there's so many people that are able to pick up the ability to read tarot cards, to me that gives me like kind of a red flag on that. Well, it should be a red flag on that for you, John. That stuff's like witchcraft and hoogie boogie sorcery. Oh, come on, throw that garbage mindset out the window, please. Be more open-minded than that. But that's the reason that, to me, it becomes not really much of value, because it seems a little watered down, very generic, very generic to me. So sorry, my fellow tarot card readers, I can't go that route, only because it is a lot like the what's the term? The astrology symbols. Okay, the Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, all that stuff, That's the reason why, that doesn't resonate with me personally, because it's so watered down, You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like watered down. It's such generic messages, It can be applied to anything, It's a lot like, to me, the astrology content, it's a lot like a motivational poster that you buy at Walmart. It is so generic, and it doesn't really resonate with you personally, It's just, it's like the calendar books that they used to have a lot back in the day, where each day you rip a day off, and then the next day you have another uplifting messages. It's so generic, It's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem very personal to me. Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I want a personal message that resonates with me, Some people, they can touch you in weird ways. You meet people like that in your life. Certain people you meet in your life, and they just have like this profound impact on you. It is weird how they resonate with you so much. And that's kind of what gets you on things, It's not so much the message they're delivering, or the content they're coming from, or the organization that they represent, or the church that they're preaching for, or any of those things. A lot of things have to do with the person, okay? You tend to just resonate with that person, and something connects you with that person on a deep level, because there's some genuine relatability there. This guy gets me, or this girl understands what I'm going through. I can't really do a girl voice, obviously. Maybe if I shave and clean up a little bit and, get my hair done, maybe I can pass for a better looking female. There's pretty no denying it right now. We're looking a little rough, my friends. Busy work week. But, you tend to resonate with certain people, and they have more profound impact on you than any generic, goofy message of motivation, So I have run into some people like that, It's kind of weird like that, you can, some people, they be fortunate, they tend to be attracted to and resonate with people that are, positive people, and they're uplifting people, okay? And they're really like looking to be a friend, do you good. And then you have that other side where it's, some people are just really good at connecting with you, but they really could care less about you, That's unfortunate too. And then you have the bad side, which is like charlatans who are very good at connecting with you on a personal level, but they're just looking to either A, take your money, or B, mislead you in a different direction, altogether. It's very interesting how different people are. Parents are a good example. Some people, they resonate with their parents. They understand their parents growing up. They are on like the same wavelength with their parents, and that's why they are kind of in tune with their upbringing and the ideals and everything that their parents have to offer them, okay? I have wonderful parents, and they have had nothing but good intentions for me, and they have great ideas on how I should live my life, okay? But it's very strange how the human condition can, some people are just wired differently. You know, I tell a funny story and I'll share it again. I don't know if I've told this online, but this is a great story to leave you off with, my friends. This is a perfect example of how different people from birth, they are just on a separate wavelength. It's strange, I know, but it's true. Okay? My mind is just, it's evolving now, but I know growing up it was very very one directional. You know, it was kind of you know, this is what I need and this is what I need now. And a funny story, growing up, this is going to make some people laugh and some people be distraught with mental anguish. I didn't even know this. My father told me this story. He told me that he found out at a young age, when I was a young child, that the way that my brain worked was just a little different from other people. And that I took some things more serious than others, you know. I took bare necessities of eating, sleeping, and things like that on a much higher priority than other things. And get to the point, John. All right, I'm getting to the point. It's a funny story. So, I was a young child, whatever it is, 6, 7, 8, 9, don't know the exact age. And I had my own personal Bible, okay, that my parents had bought me, okay. They had bought me my own personal Bible, okay. I grew up in a church, okay, going to church every Sunday. So they had bought me a Bible, and that was mine, okay. That's what I took with me. It's what I kept with me, especially on Sundays. That's what I took with me. So one Sunday, whatever age I was, 7 or 8, I had my Bible in my hand, and we had to go to the bathroom. And so my old man, he takes me to the bathroom, okay? Like a good dad, escorts me to the bathroom. And mind you, this is him telling me this story. I can't remember this. And he took me to the bathroom, and he said that we went into the bathroom, and I was still so short, okay? Because back then, all urinals were the same. They didn't have different heights of urinals, you know. They didn't have the kids / shorter stature people. They didn't have those type urinals. You know, they're, you know, in the 80s, even into the 90s, really, they didn't accommodate to everybody. You know, everything was one size fits all, and it was a much simpler one size fits all. And if you wanted something custom sized, you made it yourself in your house. Anywho, so we're in the bathroom, and I couldn't reach the urinal, but I had to use the restroom. So what I did was I took my Bible and I put it on the ground, and I stepped up on it and used it to make myself taller in order to use the restroom. Sacrilege. If I had some water in here, I'd throw some holy water. Sacrilege, you know. It's not the case. I'm a child, okay? I'm doing things out of necessity. What I need right now. What I need right now is some extra height. Let's go. I need to get up here. I got to get this done. I've got to go. But he told me that at that moment, he realized that something was off with me. So he knew at that moment, at that young age, he told me that my son is a different thinker, a little bit different mind, the way his mind operates. Because if you would have thought about all of my peers, okay, every other child that, say, was in my church, every other child that was in my church, it would have been beyond them to do that. They would have never done that, because they would have, that would have been so serious, and they would have had that so in tune with me. So I don't know what that means, if that means that maybe my heart wasn't in it from an early age or not. But that's just kind of a little story on how different people, they think differently. So, anywho, hope I didn't break too many hearts with that story, but it's a true story. And here, I'll leave off with another funny story. This is doesn't have anything to do with when I was young. This is a great COVID story that'll tickle your fancy. I have never considered myself a healthy adult, okay? I've been just normal, okay? But I'm not necessarily healthy, I'm not working out all the time. I don't watch what I eat. I've always had a fairly decent metabolism where I haven't really had to watch what I eat. So I'm not necessarily the most healthy human out there, by any means of the stretch. Yes, I'm functioning, but I have my issues. So, when COVID happened in 2020, I didn't get it. I didn't get it that year. And it was like 7 or 8 months later, there was another wave of people getting sick and the bug getting passed around. And you don't know if you actually had COVID or not, because everybody, at that time, you have to understand, at that time, for whatever reason, everybody that went to the doctor, they got a positive for COVID. It made no sense. 98% of people that went to the doctor, it didn't matter if you had a broken arm, they was going to give you a COVID-19 positive, okay? Believe me, that was going on. It was very weird. I have some insight into that on why I think that happened. But I've always had a generally weak stomach, especially prior to having a surgery I had several years ago. But I had a sensitive stomach. So one night, I had woken up real early, getting ready to go to work. I woke up and I went to the restroom and I tossed my cookies. Okay? Everything came out. Everything came out the front. All right? And I hate puking. I hate it. I like when it's over, but I hate the act of it. It can be painful, that driving sometimes. So I had puked. So I told my work, I said, the only time I really ever call off for work is A, car trouble, or B, when I throw up. I've gone to work with the cold, cough, flu all the time. So I had thrown up. I called my work. He said, don't come in. Go get tested. I said, okay. Even though after I threw up, I felt good, I am of the belief I just had a stomach bug. But I went to go get I went to the doctor, and immediately, that's all they did. They didn't say, oh, you had any of this, or that. They just said, COVID-19, here you go, take this medicine, see you later. And it was like the next day I started feeling just fine. So I think what happened to me was I might actually have been a second round of COVID-19 patient, and I might have gotten it. But I am firmly of the belief that COVID went into my system, and when it got in there, you always hear about, oh, COVID, it's killing people, it loves healthy people. You know, healthy people, it destroys them and kills them. You know, the healthy people is the one it really goes after. You heard that a lot. You heard a lot of things, but I think COVID-19 got into my system, and when it got in there, it was like, oh, we gotta get out of here. Let's go. Get out. And I just threw it all up instantly. You know, personally, I'm of the belief that's what happened to me. So, you know, and I've yet, since then, since that night, I have yet to get it. And people still get it now and then again today, believe it or not. So that's kind of a funny story. I think it got in me, and it was like, oh God, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out. Where are we gonna go? Go back out the front door. And it all came out. So that was just kind of, I always thought that was funny when that happened to me. I'm sure y'all wanted to hear that beautiful story while you were enjoying your tea and biscuits during your little lunch with your lady friends. I will see everybody later. Peace.